Hey everybody, my name is Scott Colby. Welcome to The Grateful Entrepreneur, an online summit all about growing your business with gratitude. Now, during the summit, I'll be interviewing entrepreneurs and leaders about the power of gratitude, appreciation, giving, and customer experience to help grow your business. Today, my special guest is Holly Rigsby. Now, Holly is a Love Your Life coach for moms and the owner of HollyJoyRigsby.com. And over the last 11 years, Holly has coached over 30,000 moms to become the best version of themselves through her online programs and products. She has co-authored 3 best-selling books and contributed to popular media outlets like Women's Health, USA Today, and Shape Magazine, and is a creator of Fit Yummy Mummy, the top-selling fat loss program for busy moms. You can connect with Holly at our website, HollyJoyRigsby.com, or over on Facebook at facebook.com/HollyJoyRigsby. Holly, welcome. How are you?
Welcome. Thank you for that great introduction. That's Joy with an I.
Yeah, I was going to say, should we spell that? It's Holly, because there's different ways to spell Holly.
Rue.
Joy, Joi, and then Rigsby, as we all know, since I've already interviewed Pat Rigsby, is Rigsby.
Yes.
So put it all together and you'll find Holly's website.
Not hard to find.
So Holly, this is interesting because we are going to be talking about building relationships in your business. And I interviewed your husband, Pat Rigsby, and we talked about a similar topic, building relationships, treating your clients like people. But we're going to take it from a different approach because you have done an incredible job online connecting with your clients and building community. And it's not an easy thing to do. You know, if we, you and I both worked in gyms, so it's easier to connect with those people. You see them in person 2-3 days a week. If you have a brick and mortar shop, maybe a coffee store, you're probably seeing the same clients 4 to 5 times a week or the same customers. But we're online, so we have different challenges in connecting with customers and clients and building community. So I just want to ask you a general question. How have you been able to build such a thriving community for moms?
Well, that's a big question. Well, I think it all goes, it boils down to how do I want someone to walk away feeling after that first impression? And because I have evolved my position as Holly Fit Yummy Mummy Fat Loss Coach to Love Your Life Coach, I want every single mom that encounters who I am to know that I care and I'm here to help. For many years, ever since I went online, my signature signs off as your friend and coach because I want them to know this is not just me selling you a program and bye-bye, see ya, good luck. No, I'm here to help you along the way because I understand the journey. And that's where we need the most help and support. And so that very first initial contact, I want them to feel like, okay, this is good. She gets me. I know that I can come to her and I don't have to be afraid to ask for help or ask questions as I get started.
Yeah, and I love that. And it kind of reminded me when you said what your sign off is, your friend. I mean, it's important to treat our clients like friends or like family members and not just as a transaction. We both come from the fitness background and we've sold products online, and we also both know other fitness professionals whose goal is to, let's say, sell 2,000 ebooks or 5,000 ebooks in a week, where they do say goodbye. And that's it. You don't get the personal support that you're giving them. And that's what I love about you, Holly. You will take the time to answer their post on or their comment on Facebook. You'll take the time to answer their emails personally. I'll do things like I'll check their food logs in my coaching program. If you're selling to 5,000-10,000 people, a fat loss program, you can't do that one-on-one support. And that's what I love about what you do. You really connect with your clients on a one-to-one fashion. And I think, correct, and you can kind of back this up if you think the same way, that's kind of helped you build your business and thrive, right?
Absolutely. And I think that it also makes a big difference because when I first cultivate that relationship, and these moms know that I'm here for them, they also see that I stick around and I am building the community, a small intimate group around me as well. Because yeah, I agree that there are lots of examples, especially because we know that we've been in the business for so long. We go to seminars and we keep seeing presenters pushing all these huge numbers. And in my mind, the first thing I'm thinking is, how in the world can I cultivate a relationship when the numbers are that huge? I'd rather keep it small and go deeper with the relationship, because then I get to go on the journey with these moms. So it is not, and yes, there are different examples of this, but I know that for me personally, I make it clear that when you get an email from me, it's not somebody else writing it for me. It's not outsourced. It is coming right from me. And yes, there are places where we do need to delegate. But when it comes to relationships, I don't outsource that. That's me making that personal touch. And going back to you saying, you know, you got to treat somebody like a friend. I mean, you're going to pay attention to building that relationship, paying attention to what interests them and getting to know them as a person. And that can only happen when you're actually involved and engaged with that client, or for me, with that mom. So I also make it clear that I appreciate, so from the get-go, I appreciate the fact that you chose me, especially now today with so many options available online. Rather than take the expectation, the stance of, well, why shouldn't you choose me? And, you know, kind of come off with this ego. I make it very clear that I appreciate that you have lots of choices in front of you. And it's not only that you chose me, but that you're making the time to spend with me and listening, to being open to coaching and listening to advice and receiving that encouragement that you need in order to be successful.
Yeah. And when you talked about the, you know, kind of maybe building a smaller community, but more intimate, I actually had that same thought with kind of the brand that I'm building here with the Grateful Entrepreneur. I don't need, you know, 50,000 or 100,000 entrepreneurs to listen to me. I think I want that smaller, more niched and intimate community of 1,000 entrepreneurs who really believe in my message that gratitude is necessary in business, and kindness and knowing your clients on an intimate level is a way that you can grow your business. It's not the only way, but it's the way that I believe that the audience that are watching this video right here and now, they kind of see that message and they want to be a part of it. And it doesn't take thousands and thousands or millions of followers to do that. You can build your business with an intimate clientele. And, you know, I'm a big believer in a handwritten thank you note. And that's another way to build your business intimately, is by writing thank you notes. Yes, it's manual. You might take 5 minutes to write that note, but the impact goes much further, I believe, than somebody that may see your Facebook ad and clicks on a link there. So really cool how you've kind of built your community, but made it small so you can be intimate with the moms that you touch. I want to.
Who sings?
Oh, what's that?
Do you love it? I want to go right off what you were saying.
Oh yeah.
About the word investment. So they made an investment in us. We need to make an investment in them. And I think that, and I believe, and through my personal experience, is that when we do cultivate a small, intimate community, we're proving that we have that investment in them, that we're not just like, okay, great, I'm building, now go out and get more. And in fact, I've made that very clear for the past 2 years since I've evolved my business, is that I only open up my community a couple times a year, because I don't want to take my time and attention away from those who have made that investment, seeking new people to come in so my community can grow. That's not how I operate my business nowadays. I open the doors. It's usually based around a challenge. So people have an opportunity, like on Facebook, they have an opportunity to kind of see who I am, what type of coach I am, and the results that they can get in a very short period of time. And then from there, if they want to keep building that relationship with me, they have the option to become a member of the community. So I like that the concept of investment. It shows that I am investing in them, because now I'm going to take the time to close the doors to that community, and now we're spending time together. You're not getting a watered down version of me. So there's not this bait and switch that happens. And then also, if you can I go off of your handwritten notes?
Yes, please.
So okay, what's the best way to say this? We know it's very rare to give and receive handwritten notes. Typically, well, nowadays, not even Christmas, people, it's all generated. It's all like mass. You don't even see a signature on cards anymore. It's all mass produced. Or it's a typed letter that's just been copied and the same message has been sent out to everybody. So I lost my sister to a drunk driver. Oh my gosh, I think it's going on 5 years now. And one of the things that I am doing to help honor her memory is to make an effort to set aside the time to write handwritten notes to the members of my community, or for those who just kind of stand out and I just want to reach out to them. Because that's something that she did, and she was so good at it. And I remember she told me, it was like, nobody does this anymore, and it's like receiving a smile in your mailbox. And I was like, yes, that's exactly what.
That.
Open up the mailbox, you're like, oh my gosh, it's for me. Yeah. And it's not typed, it's handwritten. So a couple of things that I like to do, because this goes with, and I know that there's send out cards, and yes, you can put people's birthdays in there and automatically we'll send them a birthday card, and that takes the pressure off us to try to remember. So what I like to do is send them like thank you notes that have nothing to do with birthday, because everybody gets that. And especially now on Facebook, it's just this, happy birthday, because you got a Facebook notification, it's your birthday. It's not heartfelt, it's not meaningful. So I pay attention to the little details that are happening in their life, if it's a small win or if they are going through a rough time. And I will make an effort to send out not just a handwritten note, but like put something special in there. And I want to show you some of the things that this is so, and it's different, and you can put a personal touch on it, but something as simple as you can find, like in a bookstore, like boxes of quote cards, right? So when I go to send somebody a little note, I pull out the quote card, and either I have like another note card that I write a message to, or I'll write something to them personally on this quote card. My ladies love these, and they like pin them onto their mirror. It's just like, they're like, oh my gosh, it's such a present, it's such a gift. So something like that, or like quote posters, like places like Hobby Lobby, watch for sales where it's buy one, get one half off, or buy one, get one free. But like the things that are frameable, like sending them something like this and just saying, hey, I'm just thinking about you. And that message maybe relates to something that they shared in your community, or maybe they're getting started, or maybe they overcame a struggle. And it means so much to them, and it's something that's tangible that they're going to keep out in front of them at all times, and they're going to think of you. The next time that they need something, they're going to think of you. The next time that they're going through a hard time, they're going to think of you, because you went out of your way to do something so different and unique that was related to what they needed at the right time.
I love that. It's a great way to honor your sister. And, you know, I could talk about thank you cards for the next hour, so I'm going to reel myself in. But just want to acknowledge what you're doing, because I think, like you said, it is so rare in business and in the personal world to send handwritten thank you notes. I love that. It's a smile in a mailbox. I'm gonna use that. Really cool. You also, Holly, are so good at using video in your business. And I think video is just another way to build that relationship. But maybe just take a couple minutes. How has video helped with connecting with your members and your actual business growth?
Oh my gosh, it is like supercharged, fast track the know, like, and trust you components of being in an online business. Because I remember back in the day when all we had were websites, the long copy websites, which really those still work nowadays. I don't know. I just don't get it. And I would get emails from women who are like, is this really you? And there was nothing else that I could do but write back immediately and be like, yes, this is Holly. That I live here, and this is my son's name. Like giving them information, that something that couldn't be computer generated. So back then I had to work really hard to prove that, yes, I am who I am, and I'm here to help you. So nowadays with video, they instantly get to see right away in the first, 2 seconds, 30 seconds, people make a judgment about you. So then we know right away who connects with us and who do we put off. And it's okay to put people off. If we turn people away or turn people off, that's okay, because they're not the right fit for you anyway, because you want to be spending your time cultivating a relationship with those who get you, who have the same mission, same passion, same dream, same motivation and drive, because then that trickles into everything that you do and creates that community. So with video, just being able to make that instant connection, help to tell stories that help to, that highlight the ladies that I work with, because storytelling is so powerful, because it helps to provide, well, I like to say that it's a great way to spark hope in others, because many times moms are online searching for a solution because they feel like they've lost all hope. So when you can get on video and tell a quick story, especially if that person's present when you tell that story, it just ignites that spark of hope that, yes, this is possible for me. And it just opens up the door of possibility. So it remotivates moms. It's also a great way to do like the instant connection, like on Facebook Lives, to be able to present a topic and ask questions, ask feedback, and connect with them right away, like on the spot. But then even when the replay's up, I go back and I look to see if there are new comments and connecting with them. Those people just want to be seen and heard. So it can be as simple as acknowledging. I have this written down. One of my notes, one of my scattered notes, is that one of the ways that we can start practicing more gratitude and appreciation is when you are engaged in a conversation with someone, instead of listening to reply, listen to understand. So when somebody's voicing something, especially when we're online, because people mainly, they're saying things because they want attention. I mean, then we can weed out the ones who are truly trolls. But when we are connecting with someone and listening, our first response should be a question, to kind of dig, to kind of get an idea of where they're coming from. Where is this fear or this concern coming from? Why are you asking, or why is this your goal? Where did you get that? How can I best help you? Versus waiting to reply to tell them what we want them to do. Because of course, yes, we all say we want to be right and we know the best way. But when it comes to change, someone has to be in the right frame of mind and be ready for that change. So it's our job as coaches, especially online, to ask questions to help dig to get them to that place. And I think that helps strengthen that relationship, because then they're being listened to, they're being heard, and they're being encouraged along the way.
Yeah, and you do a great job. You mentioned it. You do a great job going back to your video, because it's hard to type in answers to people's questions or comments during the video. You go back, and if you have 50 to 100 comments, you'll sit down and you'll respond to each one. We've probably all seen the sponsored Facebook ads with a video, and there's 100 comments and there's no replies from the company or for the entrepreneur who put together the video, because probably they're off to the next thing and they're not cultivating the relationships like you are, Holly. And then kind of a great tie-in with video is I wanted to ask about, and you mentioned telling stories, and the word that I had was authentic. You're very authentic. You'll share the good times and the bad. For those of you who are new to Holly and or new to me, Holly and I are friends, but what you're seeing here with Holly is the same personality that you would get if you were sitting down and having dinner with her. She doesn't really sugarcoat it. Her personality is fun, and she doesn't fake it to be more corporate on video. She'll keep that same personality. So Holly, talk a little bit about being authentic, not just sharing all the good stuff, but you mentioned, your sister passed away. You may have had some struggles with your body after you had a baby. Kind of tell us why it's important to be authentic, or how you use authenticity in your business.
Well, thank you for stating all of those kind words that you just shared. And this is the toned down version of me. I do have a lot of positive energy that tends to exude, but yeah, I am all about being honest and upfront and telling things like it is, because I'm kind of skipping around here, but because there are way too many examples. It's so interesting we're talking about this, because I had a thought about this the other day, of people commiserating, someone patting you on the back and saying, oh, it's okay, or maybe next time, or it's not your fault. And it's like, it's perpetuating victim mindset. And this is what keeps people stuck. And that's the one thing I think I've gotten really good at, because I lived at least 3 decades of my life in victim mindset. So I come from, and I'm not afraid to get online and share examples of it left and right, but I come from that background. So I can speak very firmly when it comes to those types of topics. And when I do, the ladies that I coach, they're just like, wow, you're right. And it's kind of unnerving, but at the same time, they're like, nobody ever pointed it out to me like that before. And what's happening is they're opening their eyes. They're developing some awareness of some things they didn't realize was going on. And we know that as coaches, the power of awareness, that's the first step is awareness. Because once they are aware, they can begin to make better choices. And they get unstuck. So I am pretty notorious for being able to get out there and call people out on their excuses. And stop with, I said, you can focus on excuses or you can focus on solutions. Which one are you going to do? Because I'm not going to sit here and play the game of excuses and poor me. That's a waste of my time, and I'm not helping anyone in that situation. There are plenty of Facebook groups and coaches that'll probably give you what you think you need, but I don't provide it. So there's part that comes from that. And then, yes, weaving in examples of my own life that allows me to be able to give the advice that I give. That is so important because people want to find a way that they can relate to you versus them seeing you up on this pedestal of, and this is where I really was put when I was totally fitness focused, is that, well, Holly's perfect, and what does she know about struggle? That's one of the big reasons why I evolved my business, because, oh my goodness gracious, that is not true at all. And once we open ourselves up and we share examples with dignity and allow the people that we're connecting with to connect to us in a different way, that just grows the relationship that much more. Did I answer that question? Is there something else I was going to talk about? Go off what I just said. I'm going to see if I think I had another thought in there.
Yeah, no, that's good. I mean, you and your husband, Pat, you both do a great job of it, because obviously I'm friends with both of you, in-person friends and online friends, but even those that haven't met you or Pat in person know about your family, know about, your sister passing away, or if, somebody, a parent has a health issue, they know when you've struggled with weight loss or your business or a divorce, because you don't want to just put a highlight reel up on social media. That doesn't do anybody any good, because then other people, your clients, may just, like you mentioned, play that comparison game. Holly's perfect. People love to see me eat a piece of cake because, Scott's human. He eats cake, And I tell people I love chocolate. That's probably an addiction of mine, and people can relate to that. So I think being authentic is just so valuable. It is a form of gratitude, I think, because you're helping people more by being authentic, being relatable. If you put yourself on a pedestal, people are going to probably get the wrong impression of you, and you're not being true to who you are. For sure.
And I think that's where video can be such a powerful tool, because all you do is press record and jump on there. And there have been so many times I've pressed record and I flubbed through my words. I'm like, well, blah, let me try that again. And I don't go back and I edit. Yes, there are times for edited videos, but when you're getting on video for the sole purpose of, I want to connect and I want to build these relationships, I want to help others, and by adding value to their life, then you don't go back and make things all pretty. Yeah, I put on a different shirt for this interview. I did have a tank top on because I am filming a workout today.
Took a shower.
Yeah, and I washed my hair. So after 3 days of that, and I've got the back. Scott was like, "What do you do with that lighting back there?" I'm like, for the most part, it'll be presentable. But this stuff is it's just stuff to look pretty. Who you are just comes out as real. So while this can all help set the stage, talk as you normally talk. Have your mannerisms as you normally have them. Your inflections and your off-the-wall kind of things. That's where you truly get your voice comes out. And then people will be able to be like, oh, wow, okay, cool. I'm going to listen in. I like what she's saying. And that gives them just another way to relate to you on a different level.
The last topic I want to talk for just a couple of minutes about, and this is especially I think important for those of us that have an online business, are live events, meeting your clients and customers in person. You know, how I know over the years, some of your clients have come spend a day with you in Louisville to go shopping and to have fun and to eat lunch. You've brought some of your clients on my adventure trips. Pat has business owners come to your home for a day to build their business. Talk about and this may be the ultimate way to connect with your clients is meeting them face-to-face, but talk about the role of meeting your clients face-to-face and what that has done to your connections, your community, and business growth.
Oh my gosh, it takes me back to my very first meetup. And it was with a small group of ladies in Ohio. And they're like, well, let's just meet to shop. And I was like, okay. You don't twist my arm, go shopping. And it was so cool because once again, we ate at the Cheesecake Factory and everybody was waiting to see what Holly was going to order. So I ordered a glass of wine and I ordered like the biggest meal, and if it has meat with a bone in it, of course I'm going to get that. And then of course I'm going to eat cheesecake. We're at the Cheesecake Factory. And I think it was so cute because Deb, and I think that you know Deb Yurchek, she came with her little planner of all of her meals all mapped out, and then she's like, oh. That wasn't what it was about. It was just hanging out, just being real, just like you would hanging out with your friends. And from that, we're like, well, we need to do this more often. So we looked at different ways that we could get more of a formal event together, and that have been events where, yes, it's around shopping, or let's get together to work out, or let's do a fitness adventure. And the last one I hosted, which I'm due to have another one, because I've had one for a couple years. And my goal is to at least get one a year. I remember that because we rented a hotel or the conference room at the Brown Hotel, and I had speakers come in, and I was like freaking myself out because I needed to go up on the last day, and some of my slides weren't ready. And they were like, Holly, we don't care about the slides. We just want to hang out with you. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're right. It doesn't matter how much of this here, let's do everything formal and all of this. And especially like you, because you've been there for the Louisville ones, they really get the most out of it when we're sitting in a circle and talking. Yeah. And sharing our struggles and sharing our wins. That's where they get the most out of those events. Because once again, it goes back to, how would you hang out with a group of your friends? So powerful.
Yeah, I love that. And when you guys came out to Colorado for the Fit Yummy Mummy adventure trip, we had the opportunity to jump off a 30-foot cliff. They got to see us.
You did it.
We're the coaches, but we're scared.
I was so scared.
We have our fears, and they get to see that and how we overcome that. And sometimes that can't be translated in an email newsletter or on social media. You just have to experience that in person. And you've had people, I believe, come from Canada to, obviously the adventure, but also I think just to have lunch with you.
Yes.
And that is just a testament to the community that you've built, and that kind of, how I introduced you as somebody that's built a thriving community. So Holly, awesome. Thank you so much. You are doing wonderful work. You obviously care about people, not just your clients, but people like me, your friends who ask you to do things like this. So I have a lot of gratitude for you and what you're doing, and always being willing to share with my audience. This was a little bit of a different topic than we normally talk about. I think it was fun. We're good at kind of just winging things a little bit. So thank you for being a rock star.
Oh, thank you, Scott. That's so kind. And I hope those of you who watch get a lot out of this. This is a great event.
Holly, remind us, where can we connect with you, either on your website or social media platforms?
I'm most active on my Facebook page. That's Holly Joy Rigsby, J-O-I, Joy with an I. I do have a website. Felicia made me a beautiful website that I don't use, and it's hollyjoyrigsby.com. And there's a couple goodies on there, so check it out.
Cool. Well, thanks again, Holly. Everybody watching, thank you so much for tuning in to my interview with Holly Rigsby and for being a part of the Grateful Entrepreneur Summit. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.